Hey there.
What's up?
Give the folks your name and your pronouns, love.
Hi, my name is Tyson. I go by he, they pronouns.
And how old are you?
I am 26.
Where are you calling us from, Tyson?
Calling y'all from Los Angeles, California.
Ow, shout out LA in the building, West Coast. All right. Is that where you're from originally?
Nah, I'm originally from Ohio, so I'm from the Midwest.
Oh, a Midwestern boy. What took you out to LA?
I just want something different. Like I visited out here like 2 times. Like my third time, I was like, I'm gonna make the move. So I did it.
What is your zodiac or your B-Day, Tyson?
Uh, I'm a Scorpio. My birthday's October 27th. Hey.
Scorpio. Oh, yeah. I remember when it was y'all season.
Yep.
I'm glad it's over. How
Oh.
How
Okay.
do you identify as far as sexual orientation?
I would say I'm pansexual. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What do you do for a living?
Right now, I cook for a living. That's what I do. I took cooking class in high school just to like get an elective, and then I ended up like actually like liking it. And then like once I got out of high school, like I first just started working in restaurants. Then I was like, you know what? I like doing this. So,
Why would you say you're single?
um, honestly, right now I feel like I've been really single by choice. I kind of been like avoiding. I've been meeting people, but I'm just like, I'm not trying to like take it there yet. Um, I don't know. It's been kind of like I've been just staying to myself. I know I've been avoiding it, and I know like once I meet somebody, I know I won't just be able to avoid it. But right now, I'm doing my best just to stay to myself. Honestly,
Why are you avoiding it?
I feel like I still have to like a lot to work on myself, and then I want to do more of my career. Like I want to get out of restaurant and probably switch over to tech. So like in that process, I feel like once I make the switch over my career and I'm more stable in that, then I'll be open to dating. But right now, it's like when I'm focusing on work, that's really how work. You know what I'm saying? I don't want someone to feel like I'm not spending enough time with them. You know what I'm saying? So
Is it more of a security thing? Are you the type of guy who likes to be able to provide financially for your partner?
yeah, definitely. Like I feel like I just want to be able to do dates, do trips, whatever. Like pay for all that, no problem. When I date somebody, I don't really expect them to come out of pocket for anything. So I gotta be prepared for that.
How long have you been single?
Been single since February of this year.
So it's been about what? About 10 months? Something like that?
10 months, yeah. Almost damn near a year in February.
Is that a long time for you to be single?
um, yeah, kind of no. I mean, I feel like I've been single for before that, but I had like people I was seeing, like situationships and stuff like that going on. I don't even have that going on anymore. I go to work, I go home, I call my friends. That's it.
I heard you talk about situationships, but what has been your longest like real relationship thus far?
My longest relationship,
Yeah.
like 3 years. I feel like it don't count because we was on and off, but it was like 3 years.
What would you consider a strength? Or what would you consider your biggest strength?
When it comes to dating, I feel like I can, I pay attention to detail. Like when I'm with someone, I like to learn. Like I want to be able to like order your food when you're not around. Like I want to get like down to that detail. Your favorite, shoe, whatever you like, I can be able to pick that out for you while I'm out and not even have to text you or ask you about that. I like to get details, so that's what I think.
What would you consider your greatest weakness? Tyson, you are racking up the points. I'm telling you, the chat was already because of your face and your smile. But now the way you talking, honey, I don't I don't think that you're going to have trouble finding nobody, but I doubt you had trouble before. What would be, or what would you consider your greatest weakness?
That's a good one. Honestly, I feel like I do struggle with forgiveness, and I realize as I get older, when you deal with people, whether it be romantic or platonic, you gotta learn how to do like work with forgiveness. And I get like I resent people. That's the thing. Like you do something, and I'm like, okay, it's cool, but in my head, I'm like, I'm starting to resent you. But now I've gotten to a point where if I'm talking to someone and I feel like they did something that upsets me, I'm starting to resent them. I just cut it off. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I don't see you the same. You know, we can go our separate ways. But like, I'm not gonna. I don't stick around for it anymore. Like, I'm pretty much like I'm out. Like, because I don't want to pretend like I'm into you. That's not fair to you either. Like, I should just head out.
Are you a runner, Tyson?
I'm not really. I want to say I'm a runner. Like, I give people chances and stuff like that. But like in the past, giving people chances has not worked out in their favor. So I'm still trying to keep that same, seeing the good in people. But at some point, it's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Have people, I'm curious just based off of your response. In
Yeah,
the past, has anybody you dated or anybody close to you complained about you being picky?
yeah, for sure. I feel like
I say that because you say that you have an eye for detail, and you
yeah,
also say that you don't give a lot of chances.
yes. I am pretty picky, yeah.
What are your deal breakers? What deal breakers have you come up with so far?
um, that's crazy because like when I think about it, it's like I feel like I have to pull out my list, but uh, I feel like I've had like deal breakers with like women when it comes to like my sexuality. I'm like, if you say anything remotely ignorant, like I can't talk to you. Like I've had women, I guess, be weird, like homophobic about me, also liking men. That's something I can't like. I can't even like sit around and educate you at a certain age. I'm like, I'm good. That's the end of the day. Sometimes they don't know what they're saying, and I'm like, I don't even got anything to correct you. I'm out.
I
So,
think
yeah. And then I feel like another one, I feel like it's not too big. Like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I really love music. So, music taste, I'm like, because that's like when you date someone, you gotta listen to what they listen to. You know what I'm saying? You can't always listen to your own music. So, I want to be able to, like, trust you to put on some good music when we're just chilling. Like, I can't do. And I'm like, my music taste is really old. That's another thing. People don't like that, but
okay. Give me your, since you brought up music taste, give
yeah.
me your top five, your top five artists that you could pretty much listen to any day of the week.
Top five, definitely Stevie Wonder. Um, let me see, like Outkast is like one of my favorites. Um, I listen to like a lot of older music too. Like I want to say like Marvin Gaye is like one of my favorites. He's just like he just. And then I do like the OJs a lot. I grew up on the OJs, and then the fifth one, it would be The Weeknd because I have a tattoo on my neck for him, and that's like I discovered this music when I was like in high school, and it was like years ago. Now it's like 10 years later. I'm like, damn.
Your music taste definitely gives the impression old soul. So what else? Are there any other deal breakers that stick out for you other than music taste and of course homophobia?
uh, I feel like distance can be like a big one. I feel like I can do long distance to a certain extent, but uh, if you're like hella time zones away and I gotta like figure out like that's kind of stressful. I like to travel and stuff too, but it's like if I'm gonna do long distance, I need to like know will this eventually become something more local. I'm not. What's up?
Describe your ideal partner for me. What would your ideal partner? Who is that person?
Huh. That's a good one. Someone definitely who's like patient and understanding emotionally. Someone who knows how to solve conflict, healthily, like not run for their problems or avoid it. Communication has to be like on 100. You got to be able to just, express yourself. But of course, I'm responsible for making a safe space for you to open up to. So, but yeah, I'm big on communication. Um, Definitely see myself with another black woman, like a black person. Like I don't think I could get outside my race. That's yeah, yeah, that's a deal breaker. You gotta be black.
Definitely black or other people. You're like definitely black.
Definitely
Okay.
black.
Are there any other physical preferences? And I'm especially interested with you being pansexual.
Yeah. Um, I feel like my spectrum, like I have a wide variety of what I like. It's kind of hard to put in a box because I think about all the people I dated, they're all kind of different. They're all kind of different physically, but they kind of were the same emotionally. I don't know how to describe that, but yeah, I have different physical types, but emotional is kind of the same pattern.
Would you consider yourself more of a dominant or submissive personality in relationships?
I feel like I can be a bit of both, just depending on what's going on. I feel like I have the balance of both, just depending on who I'm with, what they bring out of me.
They want to know, how do you feel about big girls?
Oh, I love big girls, 100%. Yeah, yeah, that's no problem.
Is sex important to you?
It's definitely important to me, but I feel like I've gotten to a point where like I love sex and all that, but when you initially get to know me, I feel like I don't want to really hear you talk about it. I think that's kind of like a really intimate thing for me. Like, I need some time to get to know you like that because I can't really get sexual if I don't know you like emotionally and stuff like that. Because you don't want because the mistake I've made in the past is like having sex, I guess, a little too early and then seeing sides of this person come out that I didn't know existed. I'm just like, yeah, I don't mind waiting. Like we can take our time. Like I definitely believe like in like sex magic and all that stuff. So I'm like I'm really careful about what I do.
Are you monogamous or open to non-monogamy?
I'm open to non-monogamy, but I feel like I would have like mostly the system where I have like a primary partner, and I feel like I would definitely have a cap of how many people I can get myself to emotionally because it's like that's draining. Like it's fun, but it's like double the work. It's double the work, and if you're doing the right work, it's hard.
They curious on what you're drinking in the chat, Tyson.
Oh yeah, tequila and Sprite.
So that's another question. Do you smoke too? Do you smoke or do you just drink?
I drink and I smoke.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to talking about sex, I like to ask questions just to gauge like how vanilla someone might be. That's something I like to do. Because, I like to just ask the questions because if you ask them, are you into that? They might lie. There's a difference with asking like detailed questions that can let me know what side you're on. You know,
When was this is me being nosy? When was the last time you were sexually involved with somebody?
Whew, it's been like 2 months now, I think. Yeah, roughly like that. I'll admit
Are
that.
they a potential or are they somebody you could see yourself dating?
Nah, I stopped talking to him after a while. I was like, I'm not really interested in this anymore. Just straight up.
What happened?
The distance thing, they didn't live in the States at all. So I'm like, yeah, it's nice, the trip was nice though. I like traveling, but
I can't do nothing with you, honey. What is your age range in dating, Tyson?
that's a good one. When it comes to younger, I don't really like to go under any like 2 years younger. Like that's like max. I I can't do any younger than that. Just my patience. I feel like once I turn 25, I'm like, the shit I was on in my early 20s didn't make no sense. So no. Um, but I feel like when it comes to older, I've gone like 10 years. So I I actually prefer older people when it comes to that. Though I have a better time. I guess, less like bullshit. It's kind of like no beating around the bush. If there's an issue, they'll just straight to the point. Straight to the point.
I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. How do you feel about kids and marriage?
Um, I actually love kids. I have two nieces. I basically help raise them, change their diapers. So I'm watching them grow up now and have their personalities and stuff. Um, so I would definitely want to have kids, but I'm open to not too. But I'm open to it. I'm also open to dating someone with kids too. I'm not opposed to that. And then marriage. I sometimes I like feel like I don't want to get married, but deep down inside, I'm like I do want to have like the wedding planning, the colors, the moment with my family. Because it's like I have three other siblings, and two of them are married and have kids, and I'm the middle child. So I'm like, I guess I'm next in line. I'll be 30 in 3 years. So I'm like, well, for yeah, 3 years almost.
I take it. I take it. What's the hesitance in marriage? Because you mentioned that there are times where you think hell no. So what's your-
Honestly, it's just because like I want to say my upbringing, and I feel like also the media, when it comes to like black love, never really showed us healthy relationships. It was like drama, Tyler Perry. I'm like, if this is marriage, then I'm straight. Like I'm good on that. But I'm also like a person that I feel like once I get married, that's it for me. I don't want to get remarried or get divorced and shit. That's I don't know if I can go through all that. Like yeah, my parents have been together for like I want to say like 30 years, and I'm like that's and they still together. And my dad, he's a big role model in my life. Like I watched my dad like pretty much take care of my house and all that. And now they just got a house, built, and most of the kids are out the nest. My mom doesn't work anymore. She's just at home making TikToks. Like, I'm like, yeah, they just living it up, going out to restaurants and dates every weekend. Like, I love that.
do you have financial requirements or like income expectations for a partner?
Uh, Not really. I just feel like just be doing something. I don't really, I can't really get with someone who, even if you're like your job is not your passion, you're doing something and you still have a passion too. Like that's really important. Like because I'm a passionate person, and then like you gotta have something you're doing with your life, or you're not gonna mesh well with me. Because I'm just like I'm gonna straight up ask you like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life? I'm not gonna hold back about it. That does bother me.
Night in or night out?
Um, that's hard. 'Cause I enjoy both, but I love trying new restaurants. Like I like pretty much. I really like fine dining, so I like the restaurants with like the good steaks and good wines. So I like to find places around the city like with good views and stuff, like rooftop places in LA. Because also I cook, so like I'm not gonna spend date or money on a bullshit restaurant. I just don't believe in that. That's the first impression too. Like I'm not trying to be cheap about it. So that's why I feel like date. And then also you can do other stuff like go to the beach or like go to the park, botanicals and stuff like that, or like museums. So I like to get creative when it comes to dates out.
I get it. I was dying over here for a second. I had choked.
You good? You good?
I'm pray for me.
No, no, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Now you mentioned, and correct me if I'm wrong. You said the person has to be in LA, right? Or at least in the area.
Yeah, like I feel like somebody on the West Coast definitely. But I don't know if I always will be in LA. I feel like maybe I'll move to the South eventually or back to the Midwest because I want like a good bit of land when I'm like older and ready to settle. So I don't think I'm gonna get one in California. But so cheapest right now is probably the Midwest.
What would you say make you a great partner for someone else?
Hmm, great partner. I feel like I'm definitely like understanding, pay attention to detail, uh, very big on communication and safety and comfort. Um, I'm very big on evolving, just finding new ways to express ourselves and ways we can, do our relationship. I know that changes over time. Um, I don't know. I just, I feel like those are things that that's a good quality in a partner.
I dig it. Tell the folks how to get in touch with you, Tyson.
Okay, so y'all wanna hit me up? I'll be on Instagram. Y'all can just DM me. I'm also on TikTok, same that name. So yeah, I hope to chat with some of y'all.
That is TysonMarzuki.